Oh. Okay, but why don't I wake up early more often? Oh, are we just like yapping?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure that it's like
Oh, like right
a
up.
little bit close.
Okay. Okay, because
So that it
like,
sounds good.
why have I not been waking up early? Because I woke up early
Wait,
today.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi. I'm B.
Why don't we start over?
Yeah.
And start by Why are you giving it to me?
I don't know if you want to like
Oh, me
do
start
like
off?
a little intro thing. I don't know. This is your phone. Here you go.
Why do you have my phone?
It was just here.
Okay. So they know me. So let's start off by saying, so what is your name and your year and your major?
Okay, icebreakers. I'm B. I'm a second year computer science and design major. Yeah.
Wait, what are we talking about? I don't know.
I don't know.
Tell me about like your college experience. Like let's just have a conversation.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, that's very broad, but I'm enjoying my time here so far. I'd say that's a good thing. Like even though like CS is like a difficult-ish major, it's just like a lot of work. It's just a lot of work. So sometimes I just like don't see my friends for weeks at a time. So that's an unfortunate it's just unfortunate, but like I'm still having fun in general, I think. Yeah, how are you doing?
I think I'm doing well. I think the semester has been probably my best semester in college, but also very difficult. A lot of stuff going on. Definitely not seeing as many people as I used to see, but I'm also getting closer to like different people, and I think that that's a really fun thing to experience. And I feel like I'm also like finding a place for myself here and generally being more like active and stuff and going outside. So that's nice.
That's so fun. Cause I know I know like you're a part of Kata and you're doing the dance for me thing on Sunday, which is so fun. Like I I wish I was like involved with more like clubs and stuff. It's just I get in my mind about it because I like went to a barcada. Like I'm not like I'm not like talking bad about them, but I'm like I went to barcada like a dance workshop thing, and like I enjoy dancing like with the right people. But I don't like do it as a hobby, you know? Like I don't like dance like you do. I just like it's just a fun little communal thing. And I realized that like Barcada was like a lot of dancing involved. Like yeah, they have like social events and stuff, but I feel like most of the bonding happens like with the dance workshops. And I'm like, I don't think this is for me. Like they're like really nice people and I had a fun time there, but I'm just like I'm still just trying to find my place here and like seeing people yeah, like seeing people like post about like all the clubs they're involved in and like go to this event like I'm gonna be like so and so in this and I'm just like man am I doing something wrong like that sort of thing but I know eventually I'll find a place. It's just a matter of time and I have to just keep like trying new things and stuff. So I wouldn't say that that's been like a negative of like this semester so far, but it's definitely something that's been on the mind more often.
Yeah. I feel like I don't think clubs are like and orgs are super necessary to finding your place. I feel like even if you just find like your group of friends, normally it's you'll have a pretty good time, right? I don't know.
I think so, yeah, definitely. Like I mean, we have like our group of friends and stuff. But the thing is like the difference with clubs and orgs is that you have a set time to meet them, like usually weekly or just on a regular basis. So it's you have like that to fall back on, like the certainty of a schedule. But with like friends, it all like falls on you to make the plans or just like remember to reach out and like talk consistently. And while I do still think like we're close with like our friend group and stuff, we just like haven't found the time to see each other in a while, which is like unfortunate, but like we're still friends, so it's like fine. It's just a matter of time. It's always a matter of time.
Yeah, I would agree. I think like it's difficult to find like motivation to like go out of your way to meet people when like to meet like with your friends when you have like so much stuff going on and it's like this is my only break and now I have to go socialize. Like someone suggested to me that like they meet their friends to like do homework and I'm like that's so real. Like they're like yeah, like the only time we can really like all get together is to just like do work. Because like that's something we can all like dedicate time to. Hello.
Hi, Liona.
It's very casual. You don't have to. No. This is casual. You're good. We're so casual. It's okay. We're so casual. We're so casual.
Yeah, because can I talk about, because I have a friend at BC, and we used to like visit each other, like each other's dorms, like for last year because we had the time to do that and like we were willing to put in the effort. But now it's like want to meet up like halfway and just like do homework at a cafe, which is like still nice because I get to see her and we like catch up and stuff. And we also get homework done, which is very necessary. So like connecting with friends that way is like it's a valid way, but also there's not enough time for the sillies. Like I've been wanting to go to a museum so badly. Like I've been itching for a museum. I haven't talked about this at all, but I'm like I want to go so bad. But I'm just like when the opportunity arises, like we have the free time to go. I'm like I'm tired. I don't want to talk to anyone. I want to lay in bed and rot.
Why don't you ever voice this? We're in an art club where we said one of the things we could do is go to a museum. Why haven't you said go museum?
I don't know. I forget about it when like the opportunity arises for like you know like it's always just a passing thought. It's like it's more of like a I wish kind of thing that I just like forget about immediately after I think it. Like similar to how I was like, oh man, I wish I could like turn my OCs into a zine. I wish I could like make a comic with them, and I just like disregard that thought for like all of eternity. So it's like that, but we actually have like the resources and like the time to like do it. I just don't voice it.
You have the resources and time to do anything you want. It's just difficult to do it sometimes. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, not that it's like difficult to actually like do the thing. I mean, it could be difficult to actually do the thing, but like difficult to be in like the mindset, I guess. You know? You got to be like Yoda though. There is no try, there is only do. Yeah. Do or do not, there is no try.
Yeah. Like I saw a quote on Tumblr this morning. I'm a Tumblr user, but I saw a quote on Tumblr this morning. 2016 core. But I saw a quote on Tumblr that was like, you're always waiting for the perfect circumstance to like do something, but you have to know that the perfect circumstance does not exist, and you just like have to do it. And that's something I've been working on this semester. I just gotta do it. You know, like if you're always just making excuses of like why you don't want to do something, like, oh, I'm not in the mood, or like I'm too tired, it's never gonna get done, because it's like you're just gonna keep putting it off until like eventually it's like insignificant to you. So let's go to an art museum. Let's go to the MFA. or it's
literally right there.
yeah,
I'm just saying, like-
and we get in for free because of our Husky card. So I'm like, and also my library card. I need to get a library card at the BPL
That's
because
crazy. I literally searched up yesterday if it was free.
it's free,
It's
right?
free.
Yeah. And then with the BP, like with the library card, you can get into like more museums, like that, like you.
Finish your sentence.
Oh, okay. I cut myself up. But you can get into like more libraries that like maybe the Husky card like couldn't get you into, but I haven't looked into it that much.
The BPL also has like little events that they do that I just saw recently. Like I saw like some TikTok where they had like a little night thing. It cost like $200 to get in, but like it was like a big fundraiser thing and you could like stay like the whole night and like do like painting, and they had like food, and they had like, it was like, it looked so nice and fun. And I'm like, when we're older, we gotta do this. We gotta do this.
Gotta get the co-op money.
Gotta get the co-op money.
get the co-op money.
But you cut off your sentence, and that's what you're doing to yourself in life. You're cutting yourself off. You're cutting yourself short. Go do what makes you happy, bro.
Like I know that it's like it's so true, and I do. I have just a really bad habit of like self-sabotaging for like no good reason other than like the little worm in my brain that has like nested its way like into like a permanent part where I'm just like I don't deserve this or whatever. But like I'm working on that. But it's a tough habit to crack, I think. Like, I had such a thought, but I forgot what I was gonna say.
That's so weird.
Like, just now. Like, I was, like, gonna continue this. Like, I was gonna continue this, like, with, like, something, like, really relevant.
It would be so profound.
Yeah, I was about to be so profound. Oh, yeah, it was, like, I describe it because I've been, like, journaling recently, again, but, like, I'm just, like, trying to figure out, like, why I'm, like this, if that makes sense. But I've like concluded that it's like I'm sort of in an abusive relationship with myself because like I'll like self-sabotage and then I'll be like sad that I like can't do the things that I want to do, and then I like comfort myself. I'm like, oh, it's okay, like there's always like next time, and then the cycle continues. And I'm just like, this is like so toxic. Like, why do I do this to myself? But it's like,
Well, I'm standing here.
would you like to? Do you want to join?
Sure, but it was only because my laptop's right.
Oh.
No, it's okay. But I was just about to say that, like, oh my God, thank you so much. But honestly, sure. No, you can sit in the middle. But honestly, when you were talking about that, I was so mad at myself yesterday because I was gonna do the Husky like application, and it was due last night, and I was like, I want to do that so much, like hello. Like hello. And then like it was like since my first year I was like, oh my God, I really want to join this org. And then they were actually accepting new members. And then I just completely forgot, and it was on my calendar, and I was just studying. And I just like, if I had time, I would have done it. I'm just mad at myself. But then I'm like, oh, it's okay. It was not the right time. But like now I'm like, oh, wow, I really wanted to. It's like the same thing with me, especially for like sports when I was younger. It's like, it's okay, I didn't make the team. I didn't even try out for it. But I know I would want to do it. But I just never do it. Yeah.
That is so me with the basketball intramurals, because like I don't know a soul who like plays basketball here, or at least a woman who plays basketball here. So I'm just like going it like, because I've been wanting to like get back into it and like play intramurals or something, but I'm just like, I don't know a soul, and I don't know like what the community is like. So I just like have always like put it off. Like I put the tryout like times on like my calendar and everything, but I'm just like, nah.
We can go cheer you on. We will be there with you.
Thank
We will be there. We're gonna be doing Stairmasters while watching you play basketball. That's not what I do, but I'm just gonna say, like, you get a very good view. But we're gonna be on
Hey.
a very good view of the game.
Of the court.
Of the court. There is double meaning to game. But hey, but we'll be there. You just look, and we're going to be sweating our asses off, just like you.
Hell yeah.
I wish you would tell me these things about you wanting to do things and then never doing them, because you just try everything. Try everything.
I was thinking about
graduation all over again.
Literally.
No. What were you gonna say?
No, because like I was thinking about Zootopia recently because I had to explain to my mom who Nick Wilde is because I told her about the Hear Me Out cake that we're doing, and then I was.
Are you putting Nick Wilde on Hear Me Out cake?
No comment, but.
Are you?
No, but it might be someone else from Zootopia, but.
Are you putting Judy Hopps on
No, I don't swing that way, sadly.
The lion cop.
No.
Who?
What man? Is there a man?
The panther? Like the one that goes crazy?
This is gonna sound really bad. It's gonna sound really bad. I don't know if I want to expose myself. I don't know what this is for. It's not the ferret. You know the grandpa that was gonna ice them?
The rat!
He has stability.
I get you like
It's
dills,
like,
but
whoa,
what?
whoa! I don't even know where this is going.
We don't have to put it in.
Okay, but like, Hear Me Out. It's like, I don't know, something about that. It's like if I was a hamster, which I think he is. No, he's not a hamster. Whatever he is. Oh yeah, if I was a possum, like, who wouldn't? He's like this mafia boss. It's like a Wattpad story. And it's like, I'm 20 years younger than him, but it's true love.
It's true love.
It's true love. True love. He might be on the cake, but
When are we printing them?
I don't know. But EXP has color printers. I was gonna do it for like the memes and print paws out. But yeah, pause.
You probably get it like tomorrow, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Thursday, right?
Tomorrow's Friday.
Oh, tomorrow's Friday. Oh wait, shoot. I'm so messed up right now. Oh my god. I can't stop talking. But I haven't I keep on thinking that it is a day before the actual day because I didn't have class on Monday. So then I'm like, oh, today's Wednesday. I'm like, wait, today's not Wednesday, it's Thursday. And then this slowly realization of like, whoa, the week has gone by so much and I haven't done any of my weekend homework. Because I have so many assignments due on the weekends, like for no reason. Why would you do that? It's due on Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Like, yeah, I need to use my whole Saturday.
30 a.m.?
That is such an obscure time to have homework due.
I don't know. I want like, everyone's been complaining about it, but like, that's just how the course is structured, and we're like, we can't really say anything. And the professor's so nice that I just don't want to say anything either.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that like my assignments are usually due by like the next class, because like most of my classes are like once a week kind of thing, which is like a lot of like art classes, I guess, like the really long ones. So like their homeworks are due like the week after. So I have like, I don't know, it's like in my mind it just makes so much sense, because I'm kind of glad that my classes are structured that way, because I don't have to spend as much of the weekend like doing homework because something's due at like on like Sunday 11:59 p.m.
you spend so much time doing homework, it makes me feel bad about myself.
Oh my god.
Okay, not that bad about myself, but you do so much work, and I'm like, I feel like I'm not doing enough. Like, you are so grind and academic. Like, you're so good.
I don't think you realize how academic you are. Like, how much work. Like, actually, from OOD, I'm like, whoa, she's like over here. And I'm, like, not putting in any effort. Same, like, as I totally feel you because Fiona is literally in there grinding 24/7. And I'm like, oh my God, she hasn't even left the room today. And she's just been doing homework. And I'm like, whoa, I should be locked in too. And then I realized that it's like just not healthy like hers, but yours is like healthy level of academics. This is like a full-time student, you know. You have the dedication, and I saw it during OOD when you guys both did the full stocks and then redid it, and I'm like, what? You guys are telling me that like my code didn't really work and I got like 20 points taken off because my structure was fully off. And you guys said you guys redid it, and I'm like, wow, props to you. And we were in the same class for the second class, and I'm like, I'm spending so much time editing videos. Oh, yeah. I don't even know how you have the time to do OOD. Props to you guys, but I don't know. Thank God I changed my major.
You're so academic too.
Yes.
I see you working on the board.
Mm-hmm. The whiteboard is always filled with like random chemistry stuff that I just do not understand, and it's so academic.
It's like the same things for like 3 weeks. You guys don't
Well, it changed recently.
It changed recently because I need to get stuff in. Hi, Fiona.
Hello.
We're filming the podcast.
Podcast?
This is our podcast.
I don't know what this is.
No,
this is
we
my
are actually
project.
we're clueless.
Oh.
We are the clueless podcast. We have the right amount of people. I think we can make it work.
Do you want
to say hi? We're just collecting people.
We're catching them all.
I kind of catch them all.
Like Pokemon.
But like
I like how you guys are like actually presentable, and I woke up at 6:30. Like, you don't want the pillow?
No, but it's a lot.
Why not?
Oh, okay.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Oh wait, did you ever introduce yourself?
Oh no. What do I say?
I said my name.
I'm Liona, and I'm a second year because I'm dorming with you guys. Do I say my major? Oh, I'm health science with a minor in CS and design because I'm a CS dropout. And then somehow I'm dorming with 3 CS majors. Here you go.
Oh, hi, I'm Fiona, and I am CS and media art design. And I may switch to CS and math, but I'm not sure.
This is the unsure side of the house. These people are like, I'm gonna do CS and art. Or over here like, I don't think CS and art is it, guys. Yeah. Very fun. Having like quarter-life crises.
Wait, what are we talking about now? What's the current topic?
I don't know.
We're talking about school. Do you want to talk about your school experience?
Oh, sure. Like,
On the grind.
for this semester, like, I do 3 CS course and 1 math course, and the 3 CS course are really hard. OOD, computer graphic, and information science. Like, compared to the OOD and computer graphic, the information science is like it's easier, but it's still very hard. So it's a tough semester.
I don't know if this is gonna offend you, but I haven't seen we haven't hung out this whole semester, and we used to be attached to the hip that when I hang out with like Lucy and Kathy, like my other friends, they're always like, where's Fiona? And I'm like, she's doing homework. I just feel like there's like a It's like a hamster living with me. 'Cause it's like you're always, like, the desk is like your wheel, and you're just always going. You're just grinding. You're producing, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of homework. I have a social life now outside of CS, which is insane. Insane.
Like once you drop your CS major, like all of a sudden you're just so sociable and happy.
Oh my god. Yeah. Amen on the happy part. I'm just gonna say I've never been happier at Northeastern for some reason. I guess because the CS like department is just depressed. All the professors are depressed, all the students are depressed, the counselors are depressed. The only happy person in the CS department was my advisor, because I guess she's not doing CS, she's an advisor for the CS students. So at least they found like a positive person for the depressed student body. But but you like don't understand. I never thought that like older professors can be so happy and willing to teach you until I switched my major. I was like, whoa, they want to look me in the eye, care for me as a human being. It's okay if it's late. You don't have to use a late day. I know, right? You don't need to use a late day.
Okay, question for everyone. Was everyone just depressed first year? Because
Go down the couch.
yeah, starting up with you.
I don't even remember like the first semester of first year. Like I feel like I was gaslighting myself, but I was like slowly like reaching rock bottom. And then December when I went home, it was like actually rock bottom, because I realized like these are like my childhood friends, but I like don't feel connected to them like at all anymore. So who do I have now? No one. And so then I went back to college, and I like stayed in my room for like days on end. Like during the weekends I wouldn't leave my room, and I wouldn't like eat or anything. Like I would just be there. And then like at some point, I guess after spring break, I was just like finally like get over it. I don't know. I had B, but like I think because I was still like living like by myself, like I had my roommate, but we weren't like friends. It was like I would just be alone all the time.
Yeah, until I started like coming to your dorm incessantly, like every day.
I would ask B to come to my room to do homework with me. I forgot about that. We would just sit in my bed and do homework.
Well, that was fundies. Like we had to do that. But like yeah, I would say the same. I feel like I peaked first year. Which is like emotionally. Like
Wait, what do you mean by that?
like I was like happy because I was like, okay, I feel like I chose the right school. Like I'm like yeah, fundies is like difficult or whatever, but like I'm making friends, and I'm like, I don't know, like I'm so like this is like the right school for me, and I'm like the fens is like right there, and I could just walk to Target or whatever, like because I lived in Melvin Hall, and it was like fun. And then like Christmas break happened. Why is it always like Christmas break? because
The holidays.
because like my childhood bedroom just got like completely like refurnished. Like the walls like were like all my furniture was like gone. Like all like my, cause like I'm like a maximalist like with decor and stuff. So like all of like the stuff on my wall is just like gone. My desk's like gone, and it was just like blank gray walls with like with like a bed and like a bed, of course, but like with just like plain sheets. Like it was like so boring, and like being in there when I knew like that like I would never see my childhood room again, I was just like, what the fuck? Like I'm sorry, can I curse? Okay. Sorry.
Published to people younger.
Yeah. But I was literally like, what the fuck? Because it was just like I feel like the whole world moved on without me, and I like coming back home to that, and I'm just like I would go visit my friends who were like still in high school, and then like they kind of became assholes, and I'm just like, what's left for me here? So I went back here like for the spring semester last year, like with that kind of mindset. So I was just like kind of emo for a bit, but I feel like I got over it. Yeah.
Nice. Well, now you have all of us. All of us. I definitely like hit rock bottom first semester because I was so like homesick that I just didn't want to talk to anyone. I was lucky because I had Fiona afterwards. I think the way I like kind of like try to be social was like going on dates. And that was like part of like a big part of my social life because I felt like those were like really quick and it's like a really like whatever, and that's just how like dating apps are now. And then I don't know, but I feel like the reason why we became such good friends was because I got my heart broken. And then like she was well, first of all, she was always there because she was my roommate. She slept there. Like, she didn't have a choice. I'm sorry, maybe I imprisoned you, but you know, you can't get out of this anymore.
Bonded over the other roommate.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. That's why we became friends. We both were like, we thought it was our problem because both of us didn't really share it.
Okay, what if when you saw this video?
So
Okay.
sorry, Winnie. But why did we just say her name? There's a lot of Winnies on this campus actually. Like a lot of international students' names are Winnie. I don't know why. But yeah, I hit rock bottom first semester. And then I didn't know how to like talk to new friends only because when I started like making friends, everyone felt like they had their own people. Like they know who they're hanging out with, who they're having lunch with, and it's just you don't want to butt in. Like you don't want to feel like you invited yourself. You want to feel like you're invited. So I think I also like went back with the mindset of where do I belong December break, and I've realized like it's really funny because all my friends stayed where they were when we left. It's like, but I wasn't hanging out with the most academic group of people. I don't want them to feel offended, but they're always like playing video games. They're always things, and like we hang out in real life, but it was always the same old. And then I think the like opposite of like everyone's ahead, where am I? It's more of like, wow, everyone's still here, but I want to like grow. And so I'm like, wow, I really need to like find my own people here. And honestly, switching my major did not help at all because now I can't even go to like these events with anyone because who the hell is gonna go to a healthcare panel with me? It's like, oh, you're CS major, but do you want to come to this health science panel with me? That's totally not useful to you. So now I'm just like, I feel like I'm constantly texting like Lucy or Kathy to be like, you want to come study with me? Because I don't mind being the one to invite everyone, but I feel like I always lived in the assumption that everyone else was so busy, but actually if you just ask, it's like if they're willing to make time for you, then like you guys are gonna have a good time. They want to be there. Yeah. And that's I remember like asking you to be our roommate, and that was the mindset I had. I'm like, Reagan's fun. I want a room with her. So let me ask her. I hope, because it's like the worst thing you can get is a no. So I fully expected you to be in a roommate group because I thought you had like friends with like, well, no, I know you have friends.
I know,
but
I don't actually. I have you.
Yeah. And I remember you mentioning like, oh, my friend might be interested to have a double with me.
Oh, I was so scared to ask. I was scared to ask you.
Aw, well, that's sweet, actually.
You just gotta
It's
ask.
nice. You just have to ask, yeah. I'm so glad we're rooming together. Yeah.
Oh, and did you remember when we like invite you and we asked like whether your friends, the room of your friends are clean or not? Cause maybe when you give us some like traumatized it's so like my first year is so good. It's good, except my roommate, the third roommate, like, and funnies too. Like the first semester was good, and like all the course are hard, but I really enjoy it. But for the second semester, I feel a lot like the funnies too was hard, and but oh, and I also take time and movement in like my second year, and the time and movement is so
Time consuming.
yeah, time consuming and so weird, like so weird. And we needed to analyze some like very strange video, and the professor didn't like tell us what's the point of analyzing the video and why this video is so like what's the point of this video. And like for the first semester, I was very exciting because I finally leave my parents, leave my home. But until the second semester, I become kind of homesick, and I wanted to back to China because I live in Shanghai, and Shanghai has so many great food and great like shopping mall there, and I really miss Shanghai in the second semester. And when like the winter break, I went to New York, and I live in Leona's house. It was like very good, and I met your parents.
Oh yeah, she's low-key my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were sleeping in the same bed too, so no.
New York is great. Oh, the Flushing
Flushing is great.
Yeah, Flushing is like China. Flushing is China. Flushing is China.
Boston is like, sorry,
Uh-huh.
you can continue what you were gonna say.
Oh, you can say it.
Boston is such an old city. Like the only thing we have that's new is Prudential. Like if you really think about it, Newbury is like, it's literally just a street. But when I grew up in New York, I think it's even bigger of difference because Shanghai is crazy. There's so many things to do, and in New York too there's so many things to do. And we came here both from big cities, and we're like, this city is kind of small, there's not really anything to do, and it feels like
I'm from Texas. Be so for real.
that's true, but like, yeah, honestly, yeah, you're from Texas. Yeah, but it's always like the fact that there aren't enough people to maybe like even bump into you on the streets, kind of like, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. So Boston drivers are crazy though. Those people are, we don't even drive like that in New York. I'm sure they don't drive like that in Shanghai.
Oh yes.
They do?
No, they didn't. Like they don't like because there are more.
Oh, there's a lot more surveillance cameras. That's why they don't drive like that.
We need some of those in Boston, man.
We do. There's like,
I don't see like cameras anywhere.
mm-mm.
Like I know New York has a big camera system.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they have it all like plotted out. I've seen like
Yeah.
a virtual map.
Yeah, I love going on like the live virtual cameras. Have you ever done that? Go to New York, go on like the live virtual cameras, and then you'll see yourself. It's really fun. That's how we took like our group photo before we left for college.
I love
Yeah. I don't have the photo, but I wish I did. Yeah.
Let Fiona finish.
Here.
Oh.
Yapper.
I am a yapper. I yap so much.
Oh, and for this semester, like, it's great, but I just a lot of workload, and I finished my OD exam just now, and I'm gonna to have another midterm next Monday, and then the Thanksgiving break. Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving for no exams. Yeah. We're giving thanks for no exams.
I feel like you're like really undermining how stressed you have been, because I see you just doing assignments every single day,
Yeah.
and I feel like I hear you sigh like every single day.
Oh
too.
yeah, and I needed to do the like Calc 1 quiz every week,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
and it's like offline. It's not online, so it's
She needs to go in person.
yeah. Like the Calc 1 is easy, but it have the quiz, so it's so annoying. I needed to go to like to take the quiz every week, and I needed to review it, so it's so annoying. Yeah.
Imagine relearning like a whole course that you know, but just because you have to take a quiz every week, you have to like wake up at like 8 o'clock, 8:30
Yeah.
to just go in, take the quiz you know, and then come back. Oh,
So you can't test out of it even if you've taken Calc 1, you can't test out.
can you test out of it? It's like you take a test to prove that you reach the standards to pass.
Oh, I didn't ask my advisor, but I really want to like review Calc 1 because I'm not sure I will like I can take Calc 2 if I didn't like review Calc 1.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. And like taking maybe the easy course can like hold my easy GPA.
Yeah.
So that's
For
the
real?
that's the reason why I take Calc 1.
That's so real.
Yeah.
Do you guys show your GPAs on your resumes?
Yes.
Yeah.
So isn't there like a rule that's like 3.5 and under you don't? Or is it like
I think that's more of a recommendation.
Okay.
Than a requirement.
Let's say, like, most places just want you to have 3.0 and above.
Okay. Oh, I asked my advisor last semester, and she said that like it's highly recommend you to like to maintain like 3.5 GPA, and if you are above 3.0, it can like on your resume.
I don't know who has a 3.5 resume. Like no GPA above.
What is your GPA?
Yeah, what's your GPA be? What is it?
My GPA is 3.75.
I'm crying. I'm crying.
No, don't
I'm crying.
cry.
But at the end of the day, the GPA doesn't matter as much as the personal projects and experience.
Yeah. Exactly.
I was gonna say, what did you get on like an OD? I remember you getting like a good score or something.
I can't remember the exact like number, but I think I got like a B.
You got a B?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Say it again.
A B.
Say the full sentence.
I got a B, I think, in OOD.
You see, you're so smart and academic. Believe in yourself.
I feel like I'm like hogging the microphone. Maybe I shouldn't hold it.
B, hold the microphone.
B, you should
What?
talk more.
What? About what?
What do you want to talk about?
Co-op. Co-op. How I like almost got scammed yesterday.
What?
Because I got an email yesterday from like some like startup that I applied to like through NU Works. Freaking Eric, I forgot your last name. Fuck you, Eric. Because this motherfucker like emails me, like I'm in lecture, so I'm like just like checking my emails, and he was like, are you available to like meet up like today or tomorrow like for this interview, like because it was like an in-person interview, and he gave me like an address and everything. So I was like, oh shit, I need pants because I don't I don't have corporate pants. Like I've only gotten like nice tops or whatever. So I like, you know, I was excited because this is like the first like interview that I've like gotten. So I was like I texted Reagan, I need pants. Reagan, I need pants right now. And then I texted my parents. I was like, guys, I got like an in-person interview. And this is like all happening like in class, so I can't like externally react or anything. So I like emailed him back because like the times he suggested were like I wasn't available. I had like class or something. And then so like I was like just like looking on Instagram like after that like whole debacle, like still in lecture, and I saw that my friend posted on her story that she got like the same email, and like she pulled up like, or she posted like a screenshot of like this article of like Eric, and it's like he's been like scamming people out of money for like years. He's been like making a bunch of random startups and then like hiring people and then like loaning money or something and then just like never giving it back. So Rose just scamming people, and I was like, what the fuck, like what? So I was devastated.
And it was on NU Works.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like, Northeastern, please, we are trying so, like, the amount of people I've heard just, like literally walking around that are, like, on the phone or talking to someone about, like, trying to get a co-op, and, like, I feel like it's just not working out for anyone.
And I know for a fact that freaking Eric, like, posted that on NU Works in, like, the hopes of, like, getting the desperate, like, co-op students who are, like, still on the search, because he got me. I was, like, fully prepared to just, like, I might skip class for this interview. He was definitely just, like, preying on, like, the desperate.
Did you
I'm
get
like,
your pants?
fuck you. I'm getting my pants this weekend. So I'm excited for that.
I was gonna say, like, I don't want to admit this, but, like, I got scammed over the summer because I was so desperate for, like, a summer job, and it was, like, from, like, the Northeastern, like, email, and it asks, you know, do you get those? Yeah.
Oh,
I got scammed. I had to get a whole new, like, bank account, and then I was like, how am I so stupid?
Oh, you're not.
It's like, I'm just desperate.
You're not stupid, because, like, I will, like, look at those I'll be desperate too. Like, I think everyone is desperate, and that's why they know that they can do that, because, like, we all want to be successful and get a job and have money. Like, please. And I feel like we go to such a good school and, like, have put so much time and, like, money and effort into it, and, like, our parents have too, and I think that makes us, like, more desperate almost, because we feel like we have to succeed.
More eager. Let's use a positive word. More eager. Yeah, it's like, wow, my parents paid for this. Like, when I came to Northeastern, they were like, it's really expensive, but they think it's worth paying this much money for me to find a job in the future. And I'm like, wow, I really need a job. Like, that's, like, something to show your parents that, like, you can give back, I guess. Yeah, it's worth it. The investment.
Okay, for co-op, I had the, like, course registration this morning, but like, I signed up for the co-op course, but it says I have the restriction, so I don't know why. So I email my advisor, so hopefully she will, like, allows me to take that course. Otherwise, like, I may start my co-op until, like, the third year in spring.
In spring?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
Like,
you can do it in fall. You can push it back one.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Isn't it funny that, like, when we're gonna be on co-op, you guys are gonna be here, and when you guys are on co-op, we're gonna be here? Isn't that so fun?
I'll still be here.
I know, but then you guys are gonna be, like, working, and we're gonna come back, like, sad that the lecture was, like, 2.5 hours long, and you guys are just... Yeah, I heard co-op is a lot easier than being a full-time student, so excited for you guys.
For sure, because, like, co-op is just like job simulator, like the average, like,
Not a job simulator.
it is a job, but it's just like the typical, like, 9 to 5 usually, unless you do, like, hybrid work or something. But with, like, when you're a student, you got like whack ass schedules that, like, sometimes maybe your classes go to 9:30, sometimes you have, like, an 8 a.m. and it's just like, and then you have, like, homework after that, and it's just awful.
I'm looking forward to fixing. Well, my sleep schedule is already pretty good, actually. I very much prioritize sleep
You have
over,
a good sleep schedule.
like, everything.
But you guys, you two have a godly sleep schedule.
Oh, yeah.
You guys don't understand how many mornings we wake up and we're like, oh, it's nice. It's like I wake up at, like, 10:30 sometimes, and you're probably already out here for, like, 2 hours. I'm like, wow. Maybe I need to fix my sleep schedule. Like, you guys actually, even no matter how late you guys sleep, you guys wake up early.
Okay, I only wake up early because Reagan sets her freaking alarm at 9:30, which I'm glad she does because that means I like have to like wake up and then that'll force me to like fix my sleep schedule. But damn, every day. Because I've been like sleeping in recently though because I'm just like tired. But like I think that's why you have such a consistent sleep schedule because you wake up at like the same time every day. So that like kind of like makes your body adjust to like when you get tired and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, middle school through like COVID, I had the worst sleep schedule in the world. I would wake up at 1 p.m. kind of vibes, 3 p.m. like skip meals, like, and only eat dinner. And it made me feel really bad about myself. And so after COVID, I stopped doing that because the reason why I stopped doing that is all in an effort to eat more because Hey guys, I struggled with eating, not with like body image or anything, but I just didn't eat because I like didn't want to. Like I was just like lazy / depressed and just like didn't feel like it. And so I wouldn't eat or would eat at like whack times. And so in an effort to be better at that, I decided to wake up 9:30 every day. That like I didn't have like school or anything and eat and then like eat lunch and then eat dinner. It's very hard. It wasn't always that good. Last semester was rough because even though I would like wake up at my normal time, I would just lay in bed and not do anything because I didn't feel like it. But it's all about practice.
It's all about the baby steps. Like you can't like fix it all like all at once, just doing that extra step. Like yeah, like maybe you like wake up but then you like stay in your bed for like hours after you wake up. But like at least you got up, that sort of thing.
I also really like how you relocate after you wake up. Like you relocate to the living room.
That is also a habit that I established in high school was if I'm gonna wake up this early, like I can't stay in bed. I have to like go down to like force me out of bed and at least be on the couch, like be in a different location even if I'm gonna just lay down.
And I think it's really impressive that you guys both started cooking this semester. Like I've been cooking like all my life out of survival. And so I was like kind of used to cooking for myself. So I never really like thought about like I guess I didn't have like friends around me that didn't really cook because we all cooked out of survival because all our family was out when we were younger. Immigrant kids, immigrant children. And then so when you guys said that you guys didn't know how to cook, I was low-key kind of happy because I wanted to cook for you guys. But now like I feel like I don't know like when to offer and when to not offer. You know?
You can always offer.
It is always appreciated.
Yeah, but I always feel like whatever I cook is too like very Asian. Very Asian.
Well, as an Asian.
You're saying that for the one.
I can't single you out, but like I think they can tell from this couch that someone doesn't look like the rest. There's a rice in our pantry. Are you?
I don't know.
No, you've discussed. Okay, because like
Korea
Reagan's discussed this about like her fears of being a Korea boob like accidentally, and I'm like no.
Everyone I hang out with nowadays is Asian.
Is there a problem?
Is there a problem with that?
But now I'm like everyone back home that I hung out with is like Hispanic, like heavily, and I'm Hispanic, but I'm white. But like they're like brown, like they're like appearance wise like more Hispanic. That's a whole nother topic. But it's like, am I just like attracted to people that are like different than me in some way, like as friends?
It's just like the demographics that are like at this school though, because like
white savior.
Oh. Whoa.
That way, okay. Now you might be Asian fishing.
Yeah, but no, because like like that's Texas. And, like so like back home, all my friends are white. Like
Yeah.
like I have like one Asian friend, I think.
Maybe it's we're attracted towards you, not you attracting towards us. Not in that way, but you know what I mean. Because I grew up with like fully white people.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, yeah. We went to like private school, so
Yeah.
a lot of white
A
children.
lot of white people.
Yeah.
What did you grow up with? You went to the international school.
Oh, so I went to international school when I was in high school. So there are some like mix,
Oh yeah.
and like most of the like 80 to like 70 to 80% are also Chinese, and then like the 20% to 30% are like the are foreign, like the foreigners. So like so in my life, I usually hung out with Chinese friend, and one of my friends are mixed, but she speak Chinese more than English.
I was really lucky that we got paired together. It's really fate. I say it was micro racism because they saw that I went by my Chinese name, so they put me with the rest of the Chinese people.
Oh,
But-
and when I saw you on like my roommate list, I saw like the ping
Oh yeah, she saw my Chinese
niece name, and I know she is definitely Chinese. and I sent an email to her like, can I have your WeChat? And she responded to me like 2 to 3 weeks, almost 1 month. Like,
Brother, what are you doing?
and then
Not want to go to
yeah.
school.
Hey, I didn't think I was gonna come to Northeastern. I did my open house a week before school started. Like, I didn't know it was like mandatory. And I heard people stayed overnight. Like, some people stayed overnight to do like the Northeastern open house for the incoming freshmen.
Oh, the orientation.
yes.
Did you not do orientation?
No, because I didn't think I was coming to Northeastern. Like, Northeastern was like, I don't know, like, I guess there was this strange magnetic field with me and Northeastern. I just came back from my chem exam. and then yeah, somehow it ended up in Boston. This was one of the only out-of-state schools I applied to because I love New York City so much. Like, I knew I would miss it.
Did you do like tours or orientation
No.
before you came?
no, because
You
I never did it before.
You did like the Shanghai for the international.
Oh,
student.
is it?
It doesn't
yeah,
count as
this
orientation.
It's like just like we have a Chinese association. Like some Chinese student, they like the higher grade like
upperclassmen.
upperclassmen. They have a association. They introduce the life in Boston to make sure like the freshmen, the first year student, they know like they will be familiar with the city, with the university, and that help like. They told you like what kind of clothes you need to bring, like which kind of like the dining hall, like the shopping mall, and like the like some museum like MFA, and like there's another museum next to like MFA.
Is it like the Elizabeth
yeah.
Garden?
And they told us like where we can play, and like and also they like told me the Northeastern co-op is really good, but
very hard to find
yeah,
right now.
yeah.
So, because the international students came like before everyone, right? Like they came early to like move in.
I came here like for the first semester. I came here on like August the 24th.
Yeah,
That's really early.
What did you do? Yeah, was it just you and Winnie?
Yeah, and we hang out. We arrived before. I
Yeah.
arrived 2 days before you came,
Yeah.
and
So you came pretty early too.
Did I? I came
I
like the
came-
26th.
I came like September.
Yeah, my move-in was September.
Okay, that might have been for like out of state students.
Oh, and we also needed to like to fix our sleep schedule. So we needed to like back here early.
Jet lag.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember my mom asking like the dean, like my mom asked the dean, why are we moving in so early? And she was like, it's to help us make friends and accommodate us. So then she was like, okay, fine. Because like,
I think most of Evie, I think, moved in pretty early because the honors kids all move in early, and then I guess they just wanted everyone else that was living there to all move in at a similar time.
yeah, because when we move into the floor, we technically join their like LLC. So then they have like LLC events that we're invited to, but like technically I'm not in their LLC, but I just go. Yeah.
What LLC were y'all? Because y'all were supposed to be in Whitehall, so were y'all in the computer science?
Oh yeah.
I was in the Creative Commons, but they're also in Whitehall, and so that's why they put me in Midtown instead of the Evie, because I was a different LLC.
Rest in peace, Whitehall. Rest in pieces.
Literally.
Rest in rubble.
No, you know what is so crazy? This is gonna get political, but the building behind Whitehall has a Israeli flag, like right outside their window, just like a really pretty big one. And so when they knocked it down, like that was what I saw like every single time I went to chem lecture, because I go that way. And like for some reason when I see it, I'm like, I get a little angry. Just a little bit.
That's
I don't know if I'm saying the right flag. This is,
If you're saying the right flag. Like if
you're
it's called
saying
that?
yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
Well, it's like the white and the blue.
Star
Star.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what they call it. The flag
The
of the
flag.
country of Israel.
This is
Yes.
like such an American moment. I would just like to preface that. Like, there's no other country with this kind of education system for us to not know how to call this flag.
Does Fiona know? Fiona's not American.
Do you know like what that flag is called in Chinese
Yeah. It's the national flag. Is that?
for Israel?
Yeah.
You know what it's called?
What it's called?
No. Like, do you know what it's called in Chinese?
It's like 什么什么国家 flag.
Oh, in China, it's just it's just the country flag.
Okay.
Country
Israel's
flag.
Yeah.
Yep.
America's
So it has
flag.
its name.
It's like some, I guess.
I don't know. There's like too many different ways to say a country depending on like the context of the sentence,
Yeah, that's why.
you know, and it
We were
can make
literally
it
talking about
complicated.
this yesterday. Oh, okay. We were talking about American grammar and how like Chinese Mandarin doesn't really have like grammar.
Oh yes.
Yeah, but there's a lot of like words change a lot in English based on the context,
Yeah.
but words don't really change in Chinese. You
Uh-huh.
actually just add more words
Yeah.
to make a new meaning. So maybe that's why I'm horrible at grammar.
Yeah. Cause like I think there's no grammar in Chinese.
Yeah.
So like the difficulties to learn Chinese because the pronunciation and yeah, it's not about the grammar.
Yeah, English is like grammatically English is so weird because they make all these obscure rules and then a certain set of like exceptions to that rule that we're just supposed to know. Like what the hell is like the spelling of baloney?
Bologna.
Bologna. That's how I read
Because we
it.
steal like words from so many other like languages, you know. So then it's just like we're trying to mash them into English to make sense.
That's my worst nightmare. Like, I have terrible vocabulary. And like how you harness vocabulary is like you hear other people say it. I grew up in like a Chinese household. I could go to Italian restaurants with like my friends, and I see the menu and I'm like, I can't say any of these words. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna embarrass myself. I hate going to Italian restaurants because of it, but under certain circumstances I need to now. And it's like, I hate it here, and I order the same thing.
Yeah, can I get that one?
I feel bad for that too. It's like, I'm not even trying.
When I'm at the Subway, every time I look at the spinach, I want to say basil. I don't remember what it's called when I'm there, and I'm like, that one, the green leaf. I don't remember what it's called, and it's like, I am fully American. Why don't I know what this is called?
Social anxiety too. It's like you feel like, well, you know it, but it's because you're so unsure. So then when you're in front of someone else, you're like, I don't know. I don't want to get it wrong. But honestly, like, if you just say it, I don't know. I remember ordering at El Jefe's and I called pico like salsa for the first. Yeah. And they're like, this isn't salsa. And like she low key was judging me and I'm like, I don't know.
Cultural foods, it makes it so complicated, especially because the US is also so big, and then they have like their own cultural foods and like other things going on depending on where you are.
Oh, okay.
So then it's like no one here knows what gravy is. If I talk about gravy in Boston, they're gonna be like, the Thanksgiving, like the brown gravy, and it's like, no, Southern white gravy.
What the hell is white gravy?
White gravy is the most.
Oh,
You-
you're pulling up
You
images.
eat it with like chicken and like yeah,
Wait, what time is it?
12:52.
Okay.
When do you have to go, B?
My class is at 1:30, so like, I don't know.
It's just like I think it's like water and flour and like cornstarch and stuff.
Taste like anything?
It tastes good. There's like pepper in it. It's just like, it's like creamy and like nice. I don't know. Low-key, whenever we ate at Ivy used to have like fettuccine, like Alfredo, and it was supposed to be like Alfredo like cheese sauce, like the white sauce, but it tasted like gravy to me. I was like, girl, this is not cheese. This is white gravy. So if that gives you
No
an
one
idea.
knew what you were talking about when you said white gravy.
Exactly. Exactly. The cultural foods of the US. even.
Yeah. I think even with cultural foods, it's like you don't want to say it because you're scared you're going to offend someone. Like if you guys call like something that's not dumplings, I'm like, okay, that's fine. I don't really care. Like that's fine. But like whenever it's someone else's culture that you're like not part of, then you feel like I'm going to offend someone. Yeah. Because let's just say soup dumplings, I would not call those dumplings. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, those are dumplings. Soup dumplings are not dumplings. Yeah.
And the place that we went to where we had
The
like the dumplings with the soup inside of them.
Yeah.
We went to a place that had that and they called them dumplings.
Yeah, no. Okay, this has been like bothering me my whole life. When you watch Kung Fu Panda, they have bao. They call them dumplings. And I'm like, that's not dumplings.
The soup dumpling is like soup bao.
Yeah, it's soup dumpling is soup bao. It's called xiaolong bao. It's literally bao. It's not a dumpling. And like I remember watching it when I was younger. I'm like, Mom, this isn't a dumpling. And she's like, yeah, I don't know. Because I watched it in theater with my mom, and then they literally had the bao, like the steaming racks. That's how you know if it's a dumpling or a bao. If you steam it, it's a bao. If you like cook it, it's dumplings.
Oh, and the bao in Wagamama is like sandwich. It's like, do you know that?
No.
It's like
Oh, that restaurant.
the Wagamama.
Yeah.
It's like 外面有个面粉里面 like it's like bao sandwich. It's not bao.
Yeah. I don't know what she's talking about.
There's a restaurant.
I
That's
know
a-
Wagamama, but
You haven't seen that.
I never saw the bao. Is it the one we had?
No.
But
I haven't
hey.
seen it, but I can.
Yeah, I can imagine it.
Yeah.
But please stop calling bao dumplings. They're not the same thing. Oh.
Chinese taco.
Fusion foods.
Yeah.
It's so interesting.
No, this
to
is
me.
bao. It's not like a. She's saying it
That
because it
looks
looks
like
like
it.
it, but this is like a actual
They tried
bao.
to-
Is it bao?
Yeah, it is because the outside is. This is like from where I'm from in China. That's a bao. 真的有这个包。 Sorry. No, it's like it's fine if a person makes a difference, like they don't say bao or dumpling, but I feel like when it's mainstream media making that mistake, like it went through a lot of people and no one pointed it out.
Yeah, and they're like, because media like forms the way like we perceive like reality, and so like if they're calling it like that, then like they're misinforming like everyone. And I think like that's just been a problem like for so long, is they're like media is like misinforming like people on what the world like is actually like, you know, in terms of like terminology and like certain things of like what's a part of a culture, and just like the people of like that culture, because like it's always like they will have like one specific look for that culture, and that's all you can look like you can't look like anything else, you know.
I'm so sorry that I interrupted you, but when I got to America, people thought I was half Russian because I had big eyes.
Small face.
But that was when it was like really racist back then, because it was like 2011, 2010.
Yeah.
But that is also like, it's so telling of like kids, like when I was a kid, like that's like the way media would like inform us. Like it would tell us like, oh, Asian people look like this, like, and only like this, you know. And even like in different like countries in Asia, they would say, oh, like Chinese people look this way, and like Japanese people, Southeast Asians. And it's like, no, people look like different, you know. People are people. Like even if they're all from the same country, they will look different. And that's something that you have to explore, I feel like, through more like things made not by like big mass corporations. Like I feel like YouTube actually exposed like a lot of just like, this is how real people live their lives.
And also, it's just like diversity in media is just so important, because like that's that's how you represent people. Like for the longest time when I was like a kid or whatever, like people would ask when I tell them I'm Asian, they're like, "Oh, are you Chinese?" Because that's like the only Asian they can think of. Because like there's like, they don't represent like the other parts of Asia. It's usually like Chinese, Japanese, or like Korean or whatever. Like they usually don't focus on like Southeast Asian or just like the different like regions, because Asia is a big ass continent. Like there's a bunch of cultural diversity that like mainstream media just doesn't really tap into sometimes, and if they do, it's usually like racially profiling. Like it's bad. Yeah.
There was like this culture shock to my boyfriend's mom. I told her I was Chinese, and she still thinks China is really recessive and everything, and she's like, "Oh, do you have any family there?" And then I think I said yes, so her first assumption was like they probably don't live in great estates. And then like both my boyfriend and his brother are like, "Mom, this is such a bad perception of Asia. Like, have you seen Shanghai? Like, have you seen those cities?" I mean, like, it's just like now it's so weird, because now there's other Asian countries that's getting exposure, and I'm not gonna say it, but I feel like every other Asian is perceived better than Chinese people because of government.
Because
Yeah.
of the politics behind it.
Yeah.
America will always try to paint them in a bad light because they have different views.
Yeah, and it's infuriating when you're Chinese American and you're like, actually, China is a very beautiful country. I don't know about its political standings, but I don't think that should affect how you perceive me. And I realized that because a lot of my Chinese American friends refuse to put their ethnic names on their LinkedIn. And I think that was part of the reason why I didn't want to put my ethnic name as my LinkedIn name, because I feel like employers are going to perceive me differently. Yeah, so it's just sad when you search up China that you get pictures from like decades ago. But if you search up any other Asian country, maybe they perceive it in a better light. Yeah. How did this get political?
No, but I definitely agree, and I think that sometimes it even works like in the opposite way of like American media trying to present like countries that it supports politically in better lights than how they actually are. Like currently in South Korea, like the feminist movement is going like absolutely bonkers right now, because like there is so much crime committed against women that it's just like completely random and just solely targeted at them because they are women, and it's just insane. And they're trying to make like the women's schools allow men to be like accepted into them, and like it's just rude. And then like also like the whole sexual side of it, of like the chat groups of like just like sending pictures of like their moms and their sisters. It's crazy. And like they try to just like forget about all of that because they're like, no, Korea is such a progressive country. Like, oh my God, look at them. Like North Korea sucks, South Korea is so good. Oh my God. And it's like, whatever, but like there's still so many like issues that like their government isn't addressing. And like they had issues even like as recently as like the 80s and 90s when their whole government had like a reform, and we're just like, no, they were always the good ones. They were always the good ones because they weren't the communist ones. They were always the good ones. But that's not true. They still had a dictator up until like the 80s.
What's really funny is I consume Chinese TikTok, and it's really funny to see how different countries represent different countries, because in Chinese TikTok, like people are like idolizing Putin.
Huh?
You know, the Russian president?
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah. On Chinese TikTok, I'll see like Xi Jinping and Putin like shake hands.
In Chinese TikTok?
Yes, I don't know why I'm on like that side of. I'm on like the grandma side of Chinese TikTok. I do get all the children. They're so cute. Maybe that's why I'm on the grandma side. But I see like just talking about how like Russia helps China and all of those. Like America's definitely not in a good standing with Russia. So like I never really see any positive Russian news, and China always reports on it too. I guess it goes both ways. But I also did see something about the Korean schools, all girls schools, like they're protesting, and their protest was successful. Yeah, I think it happened like last week. Yeah. And China, like Chinese TikTok, like always shows Korea and like Korean and Japanese people like shit talk China, and then they'll make a whole commentary on it, and it's so funny. It's so funny because it's like, I don't know why, but they always say like watermelon is really expensive in Korea, Japan, but like watermelon, there's a lot of watermelon in China. And they say like that is how they are like, this is what I'm consuming. This is what they're saying. And I'm like, I don't know, I don't live there. But they're just comparing like food scarcity now. And I'm like, that's so funny because there are people starving in China. I don't know what you're talking about, guys. It goes both ways. Yeah. I've been speaking for too long.
Who wants to talk?
Who wants to talk? Chinese political views. Europe, Americas. I don't know.
I don't know anything about Europe except for that when I went to Spain, Because I went to Spain with like my Spanish teacher and like some other students because I love my Spanish teacher and she loves me. The woman that was like our tour guide like the entire time, because we did like a tour of Spain, like of the west side of Spain, so like from Madrid all the way down to Costa del Sol, which is like very close to Africa, so it's like kind of cool. Like we were like in the Mediterranean, like whoa. But she like was from America, moved to Spain, but she like was very like anti-American. Like she was like, no, Spain is like so much better than America. And like at first it's like, okay, whatever. Like, but then like it kind of gets annoying after like a period of time, because it's like, I know that America like has so many issues, but like it's such like a big country with so much like diversity that it is like very difficult to fix the issues that we have. But I think we do have like a lot of like positive qualities as well, like because of the diversity that we have to offer. So it was just kind of annoying to see someone that's like American just be so anti-American. It's like, yeah, anti maybe like the politics and stuff, but you just like hate everything about the country that you're from. Come on, guys, have a little more. Have a little more. I don't know. Be a little bit more like happy, I guess. I don't know. Don't be so negative.
Well, that's just like how the world works. It's just fueled by hatred, I think, or just like.
That's sad.
It is, but like literally like half of the problems could be fixed if like people would just like talk peacefully with each other and like try to like empathize and compromise, because that's a big thing with collaboration or just like working together, is like compromising some of what you want for the sake of like the people or like the sake of like the group. But like people aren't willing to do that, so.
What's the monetary gain in that? What's the monetary gain in agreeing? Like, everything, America's a free market. It's like the worst thing about America and the best thing about America is capitalism. Like, okay, this is like getting really political for some reason. But yesterday, yesterday I had to watch this pharmaceutical kind of like documentary for my health science class. And it's like, the fact that we monetize and like industrialize our pharmaceutical companies is kind of crazy. It's like, I get that they're providing, but the fact that they can have marketing tactics for people to spend more money and working off of the trust of people and them trying to like make their interest should be their health, but it is really money. And it's just sad. And also, like, seeing that there are healthcare providers out there that just don't care. And I'm like, why did you get into this business if you know you don't care about your patient's well-being?
I have some hope for the future generations. I think, like, breaking, like, stigma of going up, like, going against, like, things that, like, older people like have like the standards that they've set, because like my mom works in like healthcare, like providing like insurance like credentialing for doctors and for like other medical providers in hospitals, and they like went through this whole big case, I think in Florida, because she manages Florida as well, and there was this doctor that kept being passed from hospital to hospital, and like they like at first like they were kind of covering up the reason why. It was just like, oh, he had to move, but it was because like he kept like killing patients like in his like surgeries, because he just like, I don't know, he wasn't like doing them correctly or wasn't like as good anymore or something. And so like they would cover it up and say something else went wrong and then just like move him to a new hospital, but no one wanted to go against him because he was like a senior like surgeon and stuff, and like they didn't want to go against like the hospital to like say anything because they didn't want to get in trouble. And so they kept passing him to different hospitals, and finally like two younger people were like, hey, we looked at this guy's record and he is like killing patients in surgery because he's not doing a good job anymore, and something like he can't be re-credentialed anymore. And because they finally brought that up, like it was able to like be all resolved and stuff in that way. So it is scary. It's so scary out there to know that like your life is in these people's hands and stuff in this case, but I do have hope that people will be good people and break these like barriers that we've set for ourselves, especially young people. I think young people are having a lot more like self-confidence almost. I don't know. They know their worth and abilities.
That goes in hand with like what we were talking about yesterday about like expecting higher education. Like the degrees, your like senior standings, like back then you're probably like already working by now. But now they have higher standards, which is both a good thing and like just a tedious thing, I guess, and a very expensive thing. But I realized that my health science classes here, a lot of them are ethics and communication. And it's like, I love it because I want to help people. And I'm glad that it's like that so people don't hurt other people. But I've also realized from my classmates that some people just can't empathize with people. And those are the people that go into insurance because of the monetary gain. And I would say like insurance companies probably hold the upper hand to patient care because they're the one actually providing the money for it. And when you see those kind of people go into that, they don't understand that your patients, like, they look healthy on records, but they are like not emotionally healthy because this illness is tearing them apart, and you can't even get a surgery for them because they don't understand it. They're like, what's the big deal? And there's like actual we do case studies every week, and it's like these people, I don't see someone with concern that these are actual people's life, and maybe I'm just overly emotional about it, and I'm always like, wow, this just actually sucks. And wow, I have to work with these people in the future. Although there are some nice people, but they're always like they're the front line care providers. Like they're the first, I guess, and then
People that are actually
interacting with them. Yeah, because that's what we want to do.
Mom always talks about shortage of good nurses and how nurses nowadays like no one wants to be a nurse is like the first thing, and then like the people that are nurses, like I think it comes from just like being treated so poorly and like not being paid well that they just like kind of don't care, and like it sucks, but like we need nurses and we need good nurses because they are so important and do so much like in a hospital setting and in other just healthcare providing settings as just like being like the main source of contact between a patient and healthcare, because like the doctor, you don't even see them that much, and they honestly they're using like too many like terms that like are for like, you know, educated people that are like educated in this subject. Like they're not really trying to be like down to earth with you, and I guess if that makes sense.
I feel like when I went to the emergency room, I'm just scared that one day I have to be admitted into like the not pediatrics department, because it's gonna happen. And the pediatrics department is probably the best department because like all the nurses actually care about you, because if you work with children, I feel like you kind of want to be there. You chose to work with children. And then I actually did get this nurse, and he's really straightforward. You remember?
Oh.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah. But like that made me cry, cuz he was like dropping things on me like this might be a neurological problem, and I'm like, "What the hell do you mean?" And it turned out not to be. So I feel like there's some things that he didn't need to tell me cuz it was really scary. My legs weren't working, and they're like, maybe you need to get a CT scan of your brain, and I'm like, I still have a life to live. I want to be able to walk. Yeah, I guess they just like, I don't know.
There's so much like responsibility with like the jobs that are in the world, and I feel like the way that our education system works, it's like kind of rushing people out into the workforce without like them really thinking, is this exactly what I want to do? And just like being just like overall prepared, you know, for it.
It's crazy that you have to decide between just when you graduate high school, coming into college, what you want to do.
And like, and they always say you can change, but like you get so stuck into it. It actually becomes quite difficult to change once you're there.
Yeah.
And it's like I am 18 years old deciding what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
No,
You were saying something. Say it.
I forgot.
Oh no. You need to remember, because I'm going to give this back to you. You have to remember. You have to remember.
I'll think of something now.
But I just feel like, especially how Northeastern CS curriculum is structured, if you don't do it the first year, you're fucked. You cannot like just go in and be like, oh, I'm gonna finish my CS degree in like 2 years. No, it's like a full plan. We all have plan of studies, and if you don't do them, you are going to fall behind, and then you have to pick up a summer course. And then do you really want to pay extra? Like, I want to get out of here, you know? And if me changing my mind is going to make me get out of here slower, sometimes people don't take the step to change it, and then I'm just stuck with a degree that I don't like. And that's the reality for a lot of CS majors, actually.
I think hopefully at the end of the day, maybe experience will matter more than like your actual degree. Because I've like talked to so many people, like even young people, because like with old people, I feel like it's more common because of it was like different back then, the job market. But I've even talked to young people where it's like, oh yeah, I have a degree in like mechanical engineering, but I'm going into like business management consulting as like their job. And I guess like it just matters more about like what experience you have, and like because we are all very educated people, unless you're getting like a very specialized kind of profession. If you have like a general higher education degree and some experience with working professionally, you should get accepted into like a decent job that like, I don't know, meets your needs. Like my dad has a degree in industrial engineering, and then he completely switched to banking, and he did have to go like back to school to take extra classes because they said like, oh, you're gonna need like you'll never get a job in like this industry if you don't get like these like finance classes or accounting classes. And so he went back and took those like at like the local school. But like I guess like there's ways to change, but it does take money and effort. Like I commend him because I couldn't be working like full time and like in taking like 2 extra classes and trying to apply for like real professional jobs, like, and trying to marry my mother who has a child. Like, bro, what were you doing? What were you doing? You were trying to raise a child too? That's not even yours, bro. Bro's doing the most.
This is a crazy line about your father.
Shout out to my dad.
But it all worked out for him. Yeah, so that's good. But I just like wish that like community college and like taking gap years was a more common and acceptable thing to do. Because like as you guys mentioned before, what do you mean I just graduated high school and I have to decide what I want to do for the rest of my life? And if I change my mind beyond that, then I'll have to like kind of start over, and just like it's just like a lot of accumulated stress for like no good reason, I think. And like I don't know why it's so like frowned upon to like use like your local resources to like figure out like what we want to do. Like it's all of our first times like living, so it's just like weird how we've kind of expected everyone to just like follow the same path or just like know what they want to do. It's like we live in such a complicated world, and there are like many facets to like a person's life that can like change, and it's just like we all need to slow down a little bit. Just a little bit. And I gotta go.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
How long was that?